Hello lovely people, welcome to my channel, The Cockney Crafter. I'm Ali and I'm here today to do a little bit of a craft with me, but also to share how I was inspired by watching Linda Israel doing her live stream. Right, so I was watching her the other night and she was using a lot of Tattered Angels, Glimmer Mists and coloured sprays. And I haven't got anything like that at all, no Tattered Angels or Tim Holtz or anything. So, but I really wanted to craft along at the same time and take inspiration and try and use that in what I was doing at the time. So at first, I'll just move the paperweight, I thought, right, I've got plenty of paints and paintbrushes. So I watered down some paints and was just flicking onto the page, and I got these results which I kind of like for bringing some more colour in to the journals. I thought they looked kind of cool. They still looked grungy, but because I normally just coffee dye everything, but I was really happy with what I'd achieved so far. But then I remembered that a few months back I bought these. I've got a weak coffee solution and a strong coffee solution. I bought these to just sort of, you know, like when you want to grunge up your page a bit more, you've coffee or tea dyed it and you want to age it that bit more. I'll put some spots of darker spots on. So I bought these then, and then I remembered I've got them in the cupboard. And they came in a pack of 12. They're called Keiku, and there was 12 little bottles like that. And there was also some funnels, some stickers, cleaning cloth, and a couple of pipettes. So I thought I didn't really want to put in the paint into those spray bottles, because they've only got tiny little nozzles and it's quite a fine mist. So I wasn't really sure whether I wanted to use them or not, but then I remembered that in the kitchen I've got quite a bit of food colouring, so I made up some colours of my own using food colouring. Sorry, I've got a cut thumb. Food colouring and water and just a little bit of Surgical Spirit. I believe in the US you call it rubbing alcohol, sorry. But yeah, we call it Surgical Spirit. I put a few drops when I first made these, because it's a food stuff and I didn't want it to start growing mould if I hadn't used it for a week or two. So I added Surgical Spirit, and so far these have been fine. So yeah, I added a couple of drops with a pipette of Surgical Spirit to these colours, and so far these have been really good. So I did that, and I got these effects by spraying over the paper that I'd already done my little splodges on. I sprayed over them and I got these results of they've blurred the lines and they've come out darker, and I thought they looked really cool, and so I was really happy with those as well. But then I thought, what if I did it on just plain paper? And then I got these results, and so I was really pleased with how they came out. I think they look really beautiful, and I'm definitely going to be using them in my journals, because I'm just so happy with how all of them turned out, all the different effects. And if you watch this, Linda, hi, hello, and thank you. I would never have thought of doing this if I hadn't watched you and got so much inspiration. So I thank you so much, because the results I think are brilliant. I'm really happy with them, and yeah, I'm definitely using them. I've already started using them in my journals. So let's get on to what I was doing today. I'm making, I've got a piece of black paper now, and this is gorgeous. Look, it almost looks like a nebula, like in space. It's so beautiful. But yeah, I'm making a pocket to go on a page that also flips out, and I put a notepad inside. I've done this on the last journal I did, the Evangelina journal, and I was really happy with how it came out, so I'm doing it again. This time it's more boho, which is why I'm able to use these beautiful coloured papers. So I found an image of some little dancing ladies and men there. I don't know where they are, but they've got some kind of traditional costume on, and I thought that was really lovely. So I'm going to use those. Yeah, this journal, although I just said it's a bit more boho, it's not the boho journal I'm working on. This one is more pinks, lilacs and that. But yeah, I'm able to use a lot more colour and be a lot more decorative. So I was thinking I'm going to put this under here and then stick it down, but leave that bit under there so that there's a little pocket. But first I want a little tab, because I want this page to be magnetised down, and so I've got these. This is a really strong magnet, and this one's not so strong, but it's thinner. But because this one's so strong, this is what's going to go underneath. And this one I wanted to put into a little tab, but I don't have a tab maker. I know you can just cut them out freehand and they probably look cool, but what I have got, although I haven't got a tab maker, I have got an envelope punch board. So what I normally do is, right, I just fold this in half as best I can. Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm in frame. I'll come over here. Right, so I've got my little folded piece of paper, and if anyone out there as well has got an envelope punch board, you're probably doing this already, but if you're not, you see where you've got your score guide sticking out here, that little bit. Well, I line up where that ends, where the plastic ends. I line my piece of paper folded side towards the top. I line it up with that, and once I've done that and stamped, oh, it's that's quite difficult. I'm left with this, and so all I want to do is just trim the pointy bit. You can leave the pointy bits. They look, I think they look kind of cool, but I'm just trimming mine off. Right. That's that. And so I'm going to have that stuck on here with the magnet on. So I'll do that now. Oh, I'll ink it first. I think I'm just going to use a bit of purple around the edge. Sorry, excuse my big massive thumb. I cut myself yesterday doing the most stupid of things. I can't believe what I did. I bought a knife for cutting fabrics, and it cuts through loads of stuff. What do you call it, chipboard, all sorts of things. So I bought this, and I undid it as soon as I got back, And whilst I was reading the instructions telling you how not to remove the safety barrier and stuff like that, I did remove the safety barrier while I had the instructions in my hand, because I was just trying to figure out how it actually works. And I shoved it straight into my thumb, and it didn't stop bleeding. So yeah, that's what's happened there, and it really hurt. But yeah, sorry for the great big bandage. It's really getting in my way, so I bet it's getting in yours as well. But I wanted to do a craft along with me video, just showing how I was using these papers that Linda inspired me to make. Right. I don't need that much glue, but anyway. Right, let's get that in the middle, but down a bit. Right. Okay, so I'll have it round about there. Right, so I've gone in too far, that's it. I don't know what I was thinking there. That's it. I'm making it up a bit. Right. So now I've got my little tab that will make it easier to lift this paper, because it's only copy paper, so it's not going to be very hard wearing. But with the tab, I've got one in my own journal, one of these little booklets, and it's never torn because I've got a little tab. So I've got him there. This magnet will go under this when I stick it on the page in the journal that I'm making, but for now I can put that to one side because I'm not using that. Right. I want to have this positioned quite central, but a bit more towards the top, because it's going to be coming out from the sides of here. This is why I haven't done it the full length of the page, because it's only coming out the sides of these, and this is where you'll lift up and go into the pocket that is made up of the paper. But this side, I want a little secret pocket under here. I've already got a little secret pocket here because I sewed across the image, and then once I'd sewn that, then I sewed it to this piece of card, but just on 3 sides. So it looks like I've sewn all the way round, but I haven't. So that gives me a little hidden pocket at the front. But I want another one underneath, so I'll just get this lined up so that I've got it straight. Right, and that's where I want it, because I want it hanging out of the side of the page. I also wanted it over here as well a bit. It's nice and deep, so I can get it to hang out from beneath this both sides, which is what I want. So I want to have it round about there. So I'm just going to go round on 3 sides. I'm going to hold the sides that I don't want glue on, so that I don't get myself mixed up, because I do get mixed up ever such a lot. Oh sorry, I'm not in frame. I'm so used to doing this with no one watching me that I'm not thinking, because I talk to myself anyway, whether the camera's on or not. I'm sitting here mumbling away to myself normally. So that's why I keep forgetting that I've got to stay in frame. Right, careful. I knew I'll mess this up a bit. Right, that's okay. So that is how I want it, and then I'm going to push it down. Now I've got that underneath and that a bit straighter. Oh, stuck up now. Everything's really difficult without being able to use my thumb. I'm really struggling. It just makes it all so, everything's slippery, everything's just riding off my thumb as soon as I try and grip anything, and it's just so annoying. But what can you do? I think if anyone's going to cut themselves, it's going to be me. So it's just one of those things. Right, so I've got that stuck now, and under here I've got my little hidden tuck spot. So there are a couple of little secret places. Right, now I want, and this is going to be the pocket on the page, stuck to the page under here on 3 sides. And so under the lace there's also another pocket, so we've got 3 pockets on the top now, which is pretty cool. I want a bit more decoration on here. I was thinking I'm going to put something at the bottom to hide this even a little bit more, like some, oh, I like that side because it's got that bit on. I'm going to stick that like that, and so we'll be able to see like the stitching go down. It looks like it's going all around, and so no one will suspect that under here is a hidden pocket. It's very secret, which I like. Little secret places, I think it's cool. So let's rip this, and I want to have a little quote in the middle, which I'm not going to be doing this morning because I said in previous videos my printer isn't working, so I'm using the library and I'm printing stuff off at the library. And I don't want to do it in my handwriting because my handwriting's rubbish, so I've got to go to the library this afternoon anyway to take my books back, so I'll be sticking on the little sentiment this afternoon when I get back from the library. Oh, and the reason I'm using this, oh, yesterday I did have the day from hell. I was going to film this yesterday, but yeah, I did this. I kept losing things all day long. I do not know where, obviously, because they're lost, but all day long I was losing stuff, and it was just doing my head in, and it's not as if everywhere's a mess and it's not organised. In my craft room, everything's where I want it to be, and I always put my inks and my blending tools in here, and yet I cannot find it. I have hunted high and low. Do you know what I think? I think the day before when I took the rubbish out, I might have knocked it into the rubbish bin and put it out for the bin men because I can't find it anywhere. So I think I might end up having to buy a new one. So yeah, look, I've just inked around the edges of that, and that's going to be stuck on there, but I'm only going to stick at the top so that you can get in to the hidden pocket underneath. And yeah, I'm going to have a little sentiment there with, I thought I would like to have dance your own dance and sing your own song. So that's what I'm going to put there. But, well, on there. But yeah, that's got to be typed up because my handwriting is absolutely appalling. It really, it really is bad. So yeah, I'm not going to write on it in my own writing. I'm just thinking before I do that. I think I want something across the bottom here, a bit of trim. So let's see what I've got. I did sort a few things together so that they was easy. Oh, I made that earlier. I might stick that on there. Let's keep that to one side. Yeah, I've got a few things ready. Oh, that's the notelet that I'm going to put inside. No, I don't want that one. Let's have a look. Oh, there's the bit. I could use this down the bottom here, and then that will tie in with that, or one of these. I think I'll use that one, and then it all ties in together. So I'll just go along the bottom here, a little bead of glue right across. Right. Oh, it's come over all dark all of a sudden. I'm going to put my light on. I don't know whether it'll make it better, but it's come over really dark outside, even though it's morning here. And it's really, really windy. I think there's a storm coming. Okay, so I've got that across there. Oh, this thumb is so annoying. Everything is just so fiddly and awkward. Right, let's turn that over. I don't want to cut that bit. Right, so I've got that bit, and I think if this is opening here, I don't want too much bulk up here, so I think I'll have that up there. Down on there. I just layered up some of that lace with, I've got some lace that is made up of these little flowers, so I just cut one out individual, and then I put a nice button from my Nana's button box in the middle, and I always put thread in my buttons so that they do look like they're sewn on. It is sewn to that anyway, but even if it wasn't, even if I had just glued it, I would have put thread through anyway, because I just think it makes it look nicer. Right, so that's where we are, and I want this here. It doesn't matter about that smudge in the middle because it's going to have a quote going over it, so I want that there. Right, so let's see where I want the glue coming down to, and I'll hold it with my big massive thumb. And then, so it's going across an angle from there to there. Okay, because I don't want glue in the wrong bit, so just a little bit starting here. That's enough. It's probably more than enough. And that will go across there. and then I'm going to have my quote inside. So once I've been to the library this afternoon, I will do that bit when I get back. And so now all I have to do is, on the inside, I want to put a notepad like this just there, but I'm going to sew this on my sewing machine. So, and I probably won't have so many papers, that feels really thick. I think I got carried away. So all I've done is I've used some of the papers that I did the other night and just gone alternately plain, coffee dyed, and then these. So yeah, throughout there's just coffee dyed and sprayed or splodged or different coloured papers, and so I thought they'd look nice and really cool in there. And when I stick this on the page, I will be sticking the whole lot down for stability. I won't leave a hidden pocket at the top, which is what I would normally do, and the magnet will go right here, and then when we shut it, because we've got the magnet in here, it will keep it closed. So yeah, that's what I've done today. That's how I was inspired by Linda. Thank you, Linda, if you see this. And yeah, we've got our hidden pocket there, we've got our hidden pocket there, and we've got our pocket here when we stick it on the page. So, oh yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, the top is where I meant that I'd be having to stick the whole lot down, because yeah, the side is a pocket. That's why I've got the fold there. So I'll go around those three sides with the glue, and then that'll be a pocket under there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope I haven't waffled on and bored the life out of you. Go check out Linda if you haven't seen her before. She's absolutely amazing, and she knows so much. There's not a day goes by that I don't watch her that I don't learn something. Every single time I find out something new and something brilliant. So thank you very much to Linda, and thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.